Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Bianca Rosen. You may know me as Art by Bianca on Instagram. And the holiday season is approaching, so I thought that I'd create this little tutorial to teach you guys how to create some beautiful original Christmas cards. But hold on, before watching, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn the little bell icon on so that you'll be notified when my new videos go live. I have so much planned for you guys and I'm so excited to share all my skills with you in my upcoming videos. For this tutorial, I'll be using a basic watercolor paper pad from which I'll be ripping out a few sheets. So I'll be painting 3 different cards here. So I'm going to remove 3 sheets from the book. This is a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of paper, and I'll be cutting off the edges with my scissors. You'll also need some watercolor paints, 2 different size brushes, a glass of clean water, and a paper towel. If you don't have this exact size of paper, don't worry, you can use any size you want. I mean, cards come in all different sizes, and that's what's so nice about them. So feel free to use what you have handy at home. Once you have your 3 sheets of paper ready, it's time to fold them in half. So you're gonna grab each piece of paper individually and copy my exact movements in this video. As you can see, I'm being very gentle with the paper. I'm not folding it directly. I'm creating like a bubble first and making sure both tips of the paper touch each other, and then I am gently pressing to fold my paper in half. You want to do this because watercolor paper has texture to it and it's also quite thick, so it's easy to mess this step up and fold your cards the wrong way. You're going to do the exact same thing for the 2 remaining pieces of paper. Alright, our cards are ready to be painted. So we're going to start with the first one, and I'm going to paint a loose watercolor Christmas tree. This is probably my trademark watercolor Christmas card. I paint it every year and I just love, love, love this design, and I hope you love it too. So follow along with me. Start by wetting your brush and adding some water to your colors to waken them up. All the materials used in this tutorial are linked below this video. Next, we're going to clean our brush off and paint our Christmas tree with clear water. If you're a beginner to painting or drawing, I highly suggest you use a pencil and finely outline your Christmas tree and then proceed to adding the clear water in it. This watercolor technique is called wet on wet, and the reason we are using it is to create a loose watercolor effect. Head over to your palette and grab some sap green paint and gently add little dabs of paint in the wet parts of your tree. You want to spread this out randomly because the beauty of loose watercolors is that the colors kind of flow in a beautiful and natural way, and that's exactly what we want here. So I'm just adding the green in certain places, and in other places I'm just going to leave them empty and I'll be adding other colors later on. For less concentrated color, simply clean out your brush a little bit and you'll see that your green becomes a lot lighter. So have fun exploring and playing with the amount of pigment on your brush. Next, you're going to grab your ultramarine blue or a similar blue and do the exact same thing. Now you're going to do the same thing with your yellow. I always enjoy adding yellow to my Christmas trees because I find that this color gives it a lively effect. So we've completed the first step of our Christmas tree, and now we're just going to set the first card aside to give it some time to dry a little bit, and we'll be adding in the ornaments and decorations afterwards. For the second card, we'll be painting a Christmas wreath, so follow along with me and paint 4 C curves on each corner of your card. We're going to fill these with leaves and berries afterwards. Add a few small stems to each C curve, and we'll be adding some leaves shortly. If you have a larger brush, grab it now because we'll be painting some eucalyptus leaves, and these are much easier to paint with larger brushes. I'm mixing a few different colors here because I'm looking for a dusty green that's closer to a brown or gray, but feel free to mix the colors that you want. You could also keep these green if you prefer. Now I'm going to mix my blue and my green to create a deep green, which I'll be using to create some pine needles. And now it's time to add some life to our card by adding the Christmas berries. Feel free to add these in little bunches all around your card. If you want a simple looking card, feel free to stop here. If you want your card to have a more full look, then keep adding foliage. I'm adding a few green leaves here, and feel free to do the same. Alright, your second card is pretty much done. I'm just going over my pine needles and adding a little more pigment. Set your second card aside to dry and go back to the Christmas tree. We're now going to add in some red ornaments, but feel free to use any colors you like. Once you're done with the ornaments, clean your brush, grab some yellow paint, and it's time to add our star. Feel free to draw the outline in pencil first. If you have any wet areas left in your Christmas tree, feel free to take advantage of that and add more pigment. I'm adding some dark green to get a nice contrast. And we're done painting our first 2 cards. Now it's time to go on to the third card. We'll be painting some mistletoe and adding a cute little red bow at the top. To create this dusty green color, you'll need your gray, your blue, and your green. For those interested in purchasing this palette, I am offering a 15% discount code with my coupon Art by Bianca 15%. Simply use this code at checkout on artphilosophy.com and you'll receive 15% off all their supplies, and this is the Classics palette. Once you're done with the foliage, clean your brush off, grab some red paint, and it's time to add some berries. Feel free to add a few more leaves and berries if you think your painting needs it. I'm adding a few to the bottom just to get the right shape. Once you're done, clean your brush off and it's time to add the bow at the very top. And we're done. You now have 3 beautiful and unique Christmas cards that you can gift to your family and friends for the holidays. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more.